The holiday classic "Twas the Night Before Christmas" was written by Clement Clarke Moore for his own kids. It was first published in 1823 and has been part of Christmas traditions for over a century. It was definitely part of my own family traditions. My dad used to read "Twas the Night Before Christmas" every single Christmas Eve, after dinner, and before we were allowed to open our Christmas PJs. Now, my mom, my brother, and I would also do sound effects as he read it, which may or may not have been awesome for him, but it was really fun. It's been a long time since those Christmases, but the memory of that is so clear and so bright in my mind. So this year, I asked my dad to record "Twas the Night Before Christmas" so that I could share that story and my dad with you. I know so many of you are missing your dads or your grandparents or the father of your own kids. Maybe you just really wish you had a father figure in your life. So I thought I could volunteer my dad to be your stand-in dad or your stand-in grandpa, narrating this Christmas story for you and your family. My dad is thrilled to be even a small part of your family traditions this year, and I am so happy to share him with you. Without further ado, everybody, "Twas the Night Before Christmas," written by Clement Clarke Moore and read to you by my dad, William Devine III. From my family to yours, may you have the best holiday season available to you.
"'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer. With the little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry! His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him explain, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."